Hello everybody, I hope you're doing well. I'm doing great. And as always, we're back with another video and topic of discussion for all of my athletes or whoever is interested in understanding how the mind of an athlete works. Today, we'll be talking about how you shouldn't always associate what you do to how you feel. It's obviously easier said than done because both go hand in hand and both can clash in the sense that you have your plan, you have what you have to do, but at the same time, you have your feelings that obviously can change depending on what's going on, depending on how far you are on your journey. But both can either complement each other, both can either clash, and it's important that we dive into it. It's important because your feelings are temporary and the plan that you set for yourself is fixed. You might be going through something, an up or a down. As an athlete, the season might not be going exactly how you want it to go, but the season is still going. There's still things to do, you're still on the team, you still have to play your part. And it's essential that you know and understand how to manage both in times of need. It's not because things are not going well that you should allow your feelings to get in the way of the plan. The first issue is letting your emotions dictate how the plan goes. What I mean by this is allowing a short-term feeling completely disrupt the long-term plan you set yourself. Pretty much, this is being short-sighted, only allowing yourself to see what you have in front of you instead of looking at the long term. Now, usually, I would say that you need to be more present instead of always thinking about the next thing. That applies to some situations. But when it comes to feelings and plan, feelings and what you have to do, you shouldn't get this mixed up. Being short-sighted isn't being present. In this case, that would be neglecting long-term gain for a short-term feeling that might make you feel better, might even make you feel worse. But the point is that you shouldn't prioritize short-term solutions expecting the long-term to fix itself. The second issue is using your emotions as the basis to end or start something. You need to understand that, like I said, your emotions come and go. But the plan you set yourself, life keeps on going no matter what. And believing that you can start something just because you're super excited, and you can end something just because you're very sad or you're very emotional is a very, I don't want to say immature thing to do, but it's a very rash thing to do. Because how can you use something that's temporary to set the tone and the foundation for what you're going to start or what's coming next for you? If that's how you build the foundation of what you're doing, it will always be shaky. Why? Because your emotions can go up, they can go down. And if your foundation can go up, can go down, most of the time, it will crumble. The first way to deal with this is to learn to work around the program and not around your feelings. It's not to say that you shouldn't consider your feelings, but you need to understand that the main point, the point of gravitation, is the program itself. Things don't turn around how you feel. That's temporary. Your emotions, amongst many other things, are what can impact around the program. But that is not the program itself. You stick to the plan, you stick to the program, and you work around it. If you ever feel better, or if you ever feel that you can push yourself as much as you usually do, you work around it. But you don't let the program go. You don't end the program for some temporary feeling that will surely go. Probably come back as well, but for the time being, that will go. You need to make sure that the point of gravitation, the center of what you're doing is stable, is steady. And in between feelings and plan, the plan doesn't change. Granted that you make adjustments to it, the plan stays the same. So you need to make sure that you only adjust the variables, and your emotions are a variable that cannot be the center of what you do. The second thing is understanding that your emotions do not carry you, and they do not put an end to what you're aiming for. It's obviously something that you feel throughout, but to start with, what you feel can be impacted by what you do. So if you have a plan that's set and you do a certain amount of things, your feelings can change based off of that. So instead of stopping because you feel some kind of way, maybe you should first look at what you're doing right, what you're not doing at all, and how you could maybe make adjustments to also change the way you feel. A lot of us think that letting our emotions lead can change something, but it always starts with yourself. If you lead with your emotions, it's easy to blame the world. It's easy to blame other things and not look at yourself first. If you do things correctly, if you work in an optimal way, what reasons would you have to feel some kind of way? And that's why I want to bring you guys to taking accountability. Action leads to accountability. Looking at your actions allows you to see things that you wouldn't see if you were just clouded by your emotions. So to end this off, I want to encourage you guys to take accountability for what you do, because what you do impacts how you feel, not just you, but even people around you. That's where it starts. It always starts with you. An emotion is a consequence of what's behind it. And again, what's behind it is what you do, and what's behind what you do is the plan. So it's important to put the plan, what you do, and then the emotions over. Well, not over, but after. Rather than putting the emotions at the foundation and having everything else. Sorry, I will keep that in the video. But yes, having everything else stack up after. Hope you guys learned something from it. I sure did. Catch you guys next time.